Guys, let me know in the chat if my voice is audible and if the video is clear or not. Okay, Aditya, I'll have a look at your team on the Instagram page. I haven't received anything on Instagram yet. Okay, Harsh, hi, it's good to see you back on the live streams. Hope Harsh, you're playing FBL Fantasy Bundesliga League. So we'll start with my team first. So this is my 11 as of now. I have Hi Ajat. I have Timo Werner. I have Balter. I have Klee, Jadon Sancho, Bellarabi, Keynes, Nabri, Hakimi, Angelino, Zimmerman, and Schubert. That's my 11 for tonight. And my subs are Robert Andrich, Christopher Lenz, Ismail Jacobs, and Rafal Gikiewicz. Okay, Ryan. So the first point I want to talk about is Lewandowski. Yes, everyone is emphasizing on keeping Lewandowski in your team, but the fact that I cannot ignore is that he costs one sixth of the total budget. So he's priced around 25 million to be exact, and that's almost one sixth of your budget. So I don't think it's worth going for such a high price player. On the contrary, if you spread that funds to Nabri and Jadon Sancho, I think it will work better because Nabri is just 20 points behind Lewandowski and is 6 million cheaper than him. Hi Manash. Well, everyone kind of has the same template team. Everyone has Timo Werner up, they have Lewandowski, they have Jadon Sancho. Most of them have Keynes and Nabri as well. Hakimi is one player you'll see in all of the teams. So this has become a template kind of thing in Bundesliga fantasy, and I think I'm going to go out of the way to invest in other players as well. I really wanted to have Kai Havertz, but since I don't have the funds, I'll have to settle for Karim Bellarabi. Although we'll still another important thing we'll have to mention at the start of the stream is that the deadline for making changes to your team is not 1 hour before kickoff. It's actually kickoff. So it's just like the UCL fantasy. So if you have players and if you see the lineups and you think and if you see your player is not playing in the 11, you can do substitutions before the kickoff. I till yesterday I had Harriet on my team, but I made a last minute substitution and bought in Keynes instead of Harriet, and then upgraded to Bulter. I think if Jadon Sancho is not playing, we'll have to check up the lineups. If he's not playing, I'm going to go for Haaland up front. Okay, so the live stream is going to be in this format. We're going to talk about each team and the essential players from each team. I'm not going to do it price wise, I'm just going to go team wise. So it gives you an idea of what are the good players in the league and you can make a team accordingly. I'll also give you the price and the position of those players, and we'll also talk about some differential players which you could look at. Ryan says Sancho is not playing. Actually, I think he'll play because they don't have Marco Reus. Axel Witsel is out. Then maybe a couple of more players I've heard are not playing. So I think they have a weak squad. They might play a very young squad, but maybe Sancho will be included. That's the reason I said that if Sancho does not play, if I'll have to replace him by some other player, and then I think I'm going to bring in Haaland if he starts. Aditya says I've shared my team with you, Aditya. I'll check your team in a while. Yes, Schubert is a differential keeper. I'll give another differential keeper if you want. Uh, Give me a second. I'll have to remember his name. But I think he was the player from Osberg or maybe someone. I'll have to check. Okay, we'll start with the list of players I have for you guys. The essential players list. So we'll start with Bayern Munich. First, we have Lewandowski. He's 25 million and he's a forward. Most of the players, his ownership is around 50%. So I think not owning him is a risk. But if you're willing to take it and spread the funds, welcome to my side. Then we have Nabri at 19.5 million. He's a midfielder, and then we have Kimmich, who's a defender at 19.7. Uh, Schubert is Schalke's number one keeper because Nubil has some problems with the team. So I think Schubert is going to start and he's the number one keeper for them at the moment. So that's the reason he's cheap. He's 1 or 1.5 million and everyone can afford him. And that's the reason you'll find him in a lot of teams. Jacob or Butler, whom should I play? Jacob, I think, has lack of match fitness, and I think he's not going to start. So maybe you give a look at the lineups and then you can decide. That's another thing about Bundesliga. You can look at the lineups and then change your team. Unlike Fantasy Premier League, a good one for Bayern is Davies. Yes, he's a defender. I think he's around 7 million, if I'm not wrong. We can just give a look at the teams if you want. So another good player is Davies. Yes, well said, Ryan. Another player that's on my mind was Davies, and he's cheap. He's real cheap at this moment, and you can buy him if you want. But okay, David Alba is another player that I was thinking at this moment. He's 13 million. He is not that cheap. He's not that expensive, but he could be of real differential if you give a look at him. Then Benjamin Pavard is a good defender if you want an out of position defender. He does contribute in a lot of the attacks. And then we have the standard Bayern Munich team. I don't think, apart from these five players, I'll go for any other Bayern Munich player. Davis is a defender. I think he was listed as a defender. Wait. Yes. Oh no, sorry. He's listed as a midfielder. Davis is listed as a midfielder, 7.3, and that's also pretty cheap. If you want to go for an alternative for Nabri, you can go for Davies. That's the alternative switch you want to look at for. The next team we're going to talk about is Dortmund, the first player, which is if you look at points per value, then you have Haaland. He's 14.2 million in price. He's a forward. Then we have Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, in my opinion, is an essential in fantasy Bundesliga. The way you have Kevin De Bruyne in Premier League, that's what I relate to when I look out for Sancho. You got to have him in your team, and because he's the highest number of assists and he has also goals, the number of shots he takes, and also the tackles. You have a lot of points in these stuffs in Bundesliga, so you got to look out for Jadon Sancho. Next, from Borussia Dortmund, we have Hakimi. These are the three players you got to look at for. Actually, if you ask me, from Dortmund, I would take only two players, which is Jadon Sancho and Hakimi. That's it. I would not go for Haaland because I, his points per value is good, but I think he's still a bit overpriced. Ryan says my attack is Thuram, Werner, and Leva. I think uh, instead of Thuram, you could go for Plee. His Thuram has a goal per minute of 120 minutes, I think, and Plee has goals per minute 115, 115. So I think Plee is a better option if you want to. Also, Plee has a equal number of assists, I think, and the highest number of assists for their team. Manas says, "Do you know the Bayern midfield at 1.5 in good form?" I do not know any Bayern midfielder who's priced 1.5 and is in good form. Joshua Zirkzee is a player, but I don't. I've not seen them play. Manash, the only thing we'll get to know is that when we see them play, then only we can do the eye test. We can know which players are regularly playing, and then we can look out for such differential and cheap alternatives. At this moment, for the first game week, I would suggest that stick to a template team, stick to a standard team which you know will start. That's the first thing you want to first checkbox you want to tick, because if your players aren't starting, then it's going to be a problem later on. FPL Penguin, hi, it's good to see you on the chat. Yes, Sancho could be bench. That's floating around a lot. If he's bench, we'll have to look for alternatives. We'll do that in a while. Ryan says he was looking for Rashica instead of Thuram. I would say Thuram is a better player. I say he's more value of money than Rashica. Okay, the next team we're looking at is RB Leipzig. We have first Timo Werner. He's a forward, 20.2 million. Then we have Nkunku. This is a player which is a real differential. He's third on the assist chart, I think, and is priced only 13.5 million. So if you have that budget, if you want a midfielder who's cheap, mid-range, you could go for Nkunku, and then you could maybe think of dropping Timo Werner. Another player which I think is really essential is Angelino. He's really overlooked because he's 8.6 million. He's a defender and he plays out of position. I really love players who play out of position because they give you an overlook advantage of scoring goals, providing assists, taking shots, and also clean sheets. So I think that's the reason I dropped some of my defenders. I dropped, I think, Cooch. I dropped Cooch and then I upgraded Angelino to Angelino. I think Angelino will provide better value instead of Cooch. And Kunku is great for Leipzig, says Ryan, and I have him. Sabitzer with Sancho. That's another good midfield. I think if you have Sabitzer, you could afford to drop Timo Werner and then go for Lewandowski. That's a move you can make. I think it's possible. Okay, moving to the next team, we have Bayern Leverkusen. We have Havertz, 19.1 million. He's the best player from the team. Then we have Bellarabi, he's 12.7 million. And then we have Bender, who's a defender at 8.3 million. With defenders, I would like to say that uh, don't own more than one premium defender. One premium, one budget, and the rest of them would be cheap. That's the strategy I'm looking at. Because buying two or three defenders which will cost you 12 to 15 million each is not a good strategy. I think it will take up a lot of your budget, especially in a league where there are a lot of goals scored and there are fewer points for clean sheets and even minus points for each goal conceded. I think investing heavy in defenders is not that a good strategy. If Sancho is bent, I'm going to go for Havertz for him. Good option or no? Yes, Havertz is completely a good option in place of Sancho, and I think that's a good alternative even I can look for. But if in my case, if I remove Sancho and take Havertz, I'll have to remove Bellarabi and then I have to bring in someone. Maybe I'll go for Harrit instead of Sancho and then upgrade Bolter to maybe Haaland, or if not Haaland, then Uth, maybe Uth. I've picked Nkunku in place of Bellarabi. If you already have Timo Werner, I would say pick Bellarabi because Leverkusen's form has been great this season and not really great, but they've played exceptional and I like the style of football they play. So that's another player you can look for if you already have Timo Werner. Okay, the next team is FC Schalke. We have Schubert. We know he's a keeper. He's 1 million, and he is definitely going to start. So if you want to save a lot of money in your keepers, invest in Schubert. Then we have Harriet, who's a midfielder, 9.2 million. He has been an exceptional player for Schalke. He's one of the best dribblers in the league, and he has the number for most fouls on as a player. So if you relate it to Premier League, he's like Wilfried Zaha. He dribbles a lot. He likes to take those shots, and I think he could prove really essential at some point of the time. Upgrade Utner to Sebastian Andersen from Union Berlin. Uh, okay, if that's a suggestion, this Walter, which is my attacker, which is my third attacker, is also from Union Berlin. So if I have to upgrade someone, I think I'm going to switch to Haaland because he's one of those strikers I really wanted in my team, but due to budget constraints, I'm not keeping him. Also to do the team people I want in my squad. Okay, the third player from FC Schalke is Oksipa, sorry, Ozipka, and he's a defender for 10.5 million. I'm sorry if I mispronounce any name because I'm really new to them, and they are quite a lot hard in German. So yeah, he's a defender for 10.5 million. It's a player I would really pass on because a defender at 10.5 million from Schalke, I don't think it's going to happen, especially when we have a keeper at 1 million. Haaland is overpriced. Get Kosen from me. Yes, Kosen is a good attacker. He's on my list. We can look at him. He's from Mainz. Yes, I know he's from Mainz. Well, we'll just complete the list I have for you guys, and then we can look at the transfers for my team. Yes, his 12 million has been brilliant this season. Yes, I watched the highlights of the season, and he's been amazing. To be honest. Okay, the next team we'll talk about is Wolfsburg. From Wolfsburg, if you want, we can check out the team. From Wolfsburg, the first player I have is Arnold. He's a midfielder at 15 million. Then we have Brecalo. He's a midfielder at 8.7 million. And the third player from Wolfsburg is Weghorst forward. He's 7 million. 17 million, sorry. So yeah, we've got Weghorst, we got Arnold, and then we've got Brecalo. Brecalo is 7 point something million. I can't find him here. Oh yeah, there we have Joseph Brecalo, 8.7 million. Fantasy Football Focus says nice stream. Thank you, Fantasy Football Focus. If you like the stream, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've been emphasizing on people subscribing to the channel because that gives us a lot of motivation to do these streams. So yes, if you like the stream, hit the like button and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Arnold says Ryan. I think I'm going to pass on Wolfsburg because I've never seen them play, or to be honest, in the recent time, and I think I'm not going to include these players in my team. So if you want to, the best three players, as I said, are Arnold, Brecalo, and Breghot. If you want them, uh, but I would skip Wolfsburg player and let see them play first. I, Fantasy Football Focus is backing Poulsen. That's a good pick. That's a really good differential pick. He's been overlooked by a lot of managers. When you come to the FPL community, it's been overlooked a lot. So yeah, he could be a real differential mate. Brecalo instead of Keynes is also a good option. Yes, Brecalo instead of Keynes is a good option, but I think Keynes is more of a safe bet if he starts. Next, we have Freiburg. From the players from Freiburg are Gunter, Kuch, and Hoffler. We already have seen some of these players in the last live stream. Where is Freiburg? I'll have to find Freiburg. Okay, sorry, I'm okay. Yeah, Freiburg. So the best players from these team are Gunter, Kuch, and Hoffler. I did let go of Kuch for Angelino. I had Hoffler, but instead I've settled for. I think I've settled for Andrian from Union. I think he's a better player. Verghast is suspended. Anyways, he's 17 million. I don't think he's gonna make it to my team anyway, anytime soon. With players like Plee, Uth, and Haaland at a lower price. Proger instead of Keynes. I think I would not take Proger. Kai Proger, he's looking at the team. His team is at the bottom of the table, and I think I'm going to back up Keynes just because I haven't seen them play, and I think a team in the mid of the table has a better chance. Although this can really be disproved very easily, but still at this moment, since I've never seen any of them play, I think it's safe to go at Florian Keynes. He has a good P2V ratio. He's 6.7 million. He's really cheap, and I think it's good. So yeah, Freenberg, as I told, Kuch and Hoffler. Hoffler is another midfielder. He's 6 million, I think, maybe 5.4. Hoffler, wait, yeah, Hoffler is 5.4 million. He's a cheap alternative if you want to fill your midfield. So if you're looking for something like that, go for Hoffler. He's also a good pick and he's really cheap. Nils Patterson is a good option instead of Utner. Okay, we'll have to look at that, Ryan, because uh, yeah, I have no clue about Patterson. I'll have to look at his stats. So yeah, we'll once complete the list and we'll look at the transfers. Don't worry, guys. So okay, I'll go quick through the list. So next we have Hoffenheim. From Hoffenheim, we'll have a couple of players. We could skip a couple of clubs if you don't want to hear those options, but I think you should check those options out too, because you never know, you would want players from certain teams. So from Hoffenheim, we have Rudy, we have Kaderback, and we have uh, Baumgartner. So yeah, those are the players. We have Kramaric as well, but I think Kramaric is injured. If I'm not wrong, he's injured or he lacks match fitness. Hence, you wouldn't want to have him. Yes, exactly, Ryan. I said Kramaric is injured. Well, that's good. At least I am up to date with something. Okay, next we have FC Köln. From Köln, we have Keynes, we have Uth. As I said, those are the best players from those teams. And the third player is Jacobs. Jacobs is a defender, 1.9 million, but I think he lacks match fitness. From Union Berlin, we have Lenz. He's a defender for 2.7 million. Andrich, midfielder, 5.4 million. And Gikwitz, goalkeeper, 7.1 million. I think I have the goalkeeper as well. Yes, I have the keeper as well. So basically, from Union, I have three players. I have Andrich, Lenz, and Gikwitz. The best three players, and I have all of them in my team because they're really cheap and they provide great value for money if you look at them at long term. I might get Rudy instead of Proger. Yeah, I think it's a better move playing Rudy instead of Proger. Okay, then from Frankfurt we have Kostic. Kostic is a midfielder who's been talked upon so much. I have heard about him a lot in the recent times. Although I've never seen him play, but to be honest, I have heard a lot from about Kostic. Kostic is one of the highest priced midfielders if you see, and I think if you looking, I think we could look at Kostic as an alternative for Sancho. He is almost same in about the same price. His points are same, and we can look at him. His fixtures is also not that tough. So if you ask me, I might get Kostic instead of Sancho. Then from Frankfurt we have Kamada, who's a midfielder 6.6, and Hintegrer, who's a defender 10.2. Okay, then Hertha. From Hertha we have Darida, who's a midfielder. We have Kunha, who's a forward 8.8, and that's it. Those are the two players, but none of them are really great. So if you avoid them in your team, that's good equally. From Augsburg, we have Max. Max is a good player if you want to look at him. You can include him in your team. He's a really good player. He's a defender at 12.5, 12.4 million. He's a bit overpriced, but he's really good if you see his game. Kuna is a good option. Yes, Kuna is a good option, but I think he's a forward for 8.8 million. I'm looking at forwards around the price of 6 million, so he's gonna get a bit overpriced for me. Then we have Kubek, who's the keeper of Augsburg at 6 million. Okay, from mains we have Zenter, who's a keeper at 1.2 million. The people who have Zentner, let me tell you guys that he's injured. I think he's not going to start. So if you have him in your team, then I think you'll have to drop him. Patrick Schicks is someone asked me Patrick. I'll have to check. He's not on my list of the essential players, so I think you can drop him probably because I've checked each and every team and I've made a good list. So yeah, if he's not on my list, you can maybe drop him. Okay, from mains we have Zentner, we have Kwesen, we have Bruma. Bruma is a defender, again a very cheap defender, 3.4 million. You can look at him if you want to. He's also another good pick from mains. Then from Fortuna we have Zimmerman, who's a defender at 4.8 million, and Castanmere, who's a keeper at 1 million. Castanmere is a good alternative for Schubert. If you don't want Schubert, you can go for Castanmere, and he is priced only at 1 million. So that's another alternative. I'm thinking if I drop Rafal and bring him in, I could really save a lot of money, and then I can easily upgrade Atlet, maybe even Lewandowski if Jadon Sancho does not play. So we can look at that option. And yeah, so moving to the next team, we have Werder Bremen, we have Sahin, we have Klassen, and Moisander. And last, we have Paderborn. From Paderborn, we have Projers, we have only Projers. That's the only player you could look at for. He is the best out of them. Who are your star players? Is Boateng fit? Boateng fit? I'll have to Shashank. I'll have to check the list of player injury. I have an injury list, so don't worry. I'll be updating you guys for that as well. My star player for tonight will be Timo Werner, Jadon Sancho, and Hakimi. If Jadon Sancho does not play, we'll have to think for another star player tonight. I think we'll have to make the transfer accordingly because we want a player who's starting tonight. Okay, coming to the, I'll do this quick. Coming to the injury updates, we have Emre Chan is out, Ruiz, as I said, is out, Schulz is out, Witzel is out. Uh, then we have Kabak, who's from Schalke, is out. Then Fink is out, Stephen is out, Tech Petty is doubtful, Killian is out, Mamba is doubtful, Michael is doubtful. From Leipzig, we have Ampedu is out, for Forsberg is out, Konate is doubtful due to match fitness. From Freiburg, we have Kubler out, no one's doubtful. From Hoffenheim, we have Ademian out, Belfodil out, Esser out, Kramaric out. From Hertha, we have Derrida suspended, Kalu not included, and Renkik knee injury and he's out too. Kramaric is, yes, Kramaric is out, he's injured. He has an ankle injury and he's not going to start at least this game week. From Augsburg, we have Giefer and Schreiber doubtful, but they're not out. From Wolfsburg, we have Camacho out, Gerhardt out, and then Verghaust out. William Verghaust is suspended, and William has an injury. From Frankfurt, we have De Guzman out. He out because he's not included, and Russ due to match fitness. Gladbach from Gladbach, we have Johnson out and Zakaria due to knee injury. Kramer lacks match fitness, so there's a chance he plays, but mostly he's out. From Bayern Munich, Coutinho is out due to an ankle injury. Soul is out due to match fitness. Tolisso is out due to ankle injury. Martinez is doubtful due to match fitness again. Then from Mainz, Mateta is suspended and Zetner is out due to knee injury. Then did I miss any club? From Union we have Becker out, Friedrich out, and Mali out. Okay, the last club Leverkusen, I think. Did we cover Leverkusen or did we not cover Leverkusen? Okay, I missed a couple of chats. I'm going to read them. My star players are Shiks, Nkunku, and Hakimi. Well, that's good. Maybe you could go for someone like Haaland today, if you have him. Yes, Coutinho is out. Kramaric is out. Out of Haaland, Lewandowski, Werner, which two would you pick? I would pick Lewandowski and Werner. Yes, exactly. Werner and Lewandowski is who I have, and those are the players I'm going to pick. Leverkusen, no, Voland is doubtful due to a foot injury. Sorry. I have Haaland and Schick. I'll have to check Schick's. His name has been mentioned a couple of times. If you could tell me from which team he is, maybe you could check him out. Uh, I'm watching these injuries on the official Bundesliga site. Also, Ben clearly did update them on Twitter. So yeah, those are two of my sources. I confirm for Bayern Munich if some other player is out or no. Yeah, that's it. RB Leipzig striker. Wait, how is RB Leipzig? Okay, so you guys are looking instead of Timo Werner, Patrick Schick. His appearances are nine. His ownership is 1%. I think I'm gonna stick to Timo Werner itself. He's on penalties as well. So yeah. If Haaland starts, I think he'll score. But we'll have to look at the lineups for that. So if he starts, he I think he'll score. If he doesn't, then well, definitely he can't. Werner is too expensive. Yeah, I do have that on my mind as well. Werner is really expensive. He's 20.2. Yes, Ryan, and I think I'm going to change him. And yes, Ryan, you can change your team after the lineups are revealed. It's just like UEFA Champions League fantasy teams. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm going to wait for another hour. I'm going to look at the lineups and then I'm going to make changes to my team. So the only possible changes at this moment is Timo Werner out. We have Jadon Sancho out, and then Balter out. Yeah, and that's kind of sick, and that kind of decreases the fun because in FPL you also have that anxiety that your player is going to start or not. But in Bundesliga you already know which players are playing, so that kind of kills the fun it has. Yeah, totally. If he starts, he's a good option, mate. If he starts, he's a good option. He's a bit overpriced, but he's still a good option. We can definitely agree to that. Shonak says my midfield Nkunku, Nabri, Havertz are my main midfielders. Thoughts up front, Shilk, Haaland and Lewandowski. Well, then you'll have to play 4-3-3. I think instead of investing so much on Havertz, maybe you can go for Bellarabi and include another midfielder because going 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 is a good option. I would reduce my defenders as much as I can because I don't think they're going to return a lot. Also, with with one premium defender and one mid-range defender, your team can really look good. If you look at Hakimi, Angelino, or and these three defenders, Lens, Jacobs, and Zimmerman. I think this defense is set for me, and I think I'm going to stick to that defense only. And maybe you should look at that option too. I'm looking to buy Traore from Frankfurt. Good option. Check him out. Yes, I checked out Traore yesterday. He's a good option if you want to go for him. But I think I passed him on due to his form. Manas says the average point here is 100. Well, that's sick, mate. You can expect that it's a league which is known for goals. I think you can expect 100 points easily. I'll have to. Oh yeah, Traore is 3.8 million. He's a defender. I think I went for Zimmerman instead because his team has more clean sheets. If you see, I think that's the reason I went for Zimmerman. Also, he has more points than Traore. Shanak says I'm playing 3-4-3. Who's your fourth midfielder, mate? And Gadget says is 3-5-2 better or 3-4-3? I would say 3-4-3 because mm, in Bundesliga, if you see, there are attackers who score a lot of goals, and it all depends if your midfield and especially it actually depends because if on the first day your attackers score a lot of goals, they score a lot of points, then you can play a 3-4-3. But if something goes wrong, if you play 3-5-2 and your midfielder does not give you points, you can switch in between the game week to 3-4-3. That's another option Bundesliga provides you, and you can make manual substitutions in between the game weeks. So yeah, there's no set 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, but those are the two best formations according to me. Angelino is a great option, not for today, but for the rest of the league. I think he definitely is going to play out of position, and he's priced only 8.6. I think if you compare him to players out of position, players like Hakimi, he's half their price and he's really really cheap. I think you should have him in your team. Andrich is my fourth midfielder. I think you can really let go Kai Havertz if Bellarabi starts. If Bellarabi starts, you can buy him instead of Havertz, and then upgrade Andrich. Unless and until you have a lot of faith in Andrich. Florian Kainz is a good option if you want to look at the fifth midfielder. I would say Andrich is a player who should be a fifth midfielder, not your fourth. Manesh, I would really suggest go 3-4-3 instead of 4-3-3. Yeah, so maybe you can switch 3-4-3 instead of 4-3-3. Schubert is a great pick, mate. Schubert is someone you should really go and buy him if you haven't till now. He's going to start and he's a really good pick. Okay, coming to the transfer, we'll have to make a couple of transfer and check out what we can do from them. So if I'm removing Rafal, we'll check out a couple of keepers. Okay, sorry for the page speed loading time because I can't handle that honestly. Get the Bremen keeper. He says get the Bremen keeper. Or maybe get the Fortuna keeper. I think he's 1.1. Actually, he's just 1 million, not even 1 point something. So I think. Wait, where is Dusseldorf? Where is Dusseldorf? Can you guys see? Yeah, Fortuna Dusseldorf. Nkunku is a good midfielder. We talked about Nkunku in the start of the stream. I think he's 13.2 and he's a great pick, mate. If you are willing to go for Nkunku, no doubt you should go for him. He's good if you look at the mid range players. Okay, so Yeah, we have Florian Castamir. Okay, if you pick him, because anyways I'm not a fan of bringing in expensive keepers, so you'll be left with a lot of budget. Okay, so the new budget we have is 7.1 million. If we remove Butter, we have approximately 13 millions. So what should we do? Suggest me a striker whose price is around 13 million, or suggest me a midfielder who's priced around 12 million. In regards, which formation did you say? Can you play just two defenders or three are necessary? Yes, you will have to play three defenders. I think that's the basic standard formation you'll have to pick with a minimum of three defenders. You can go three, four, or five defenders, but the least you'll have to pick is three. My backline is Gunter, Hakimi, Bender, Baines. That's a good lineup, mate. If you're playing three, that's enough. That's just it. That's exactly what you want. Kane's Proger or Harrit, says Ryan. My third midfielder is differential. My entire midfield is differential, mate, except Sancho. Get Koisen is 12 million. Schick, I have Neuer. Okay, what if we remove Timo Werner? We get Schick, and then we can get Lewandowski too. What do you say? What is a better pick to get Lewandowski or and Schick, or get Timo Werner and Koisen? Shaunak says Lewandowski and Schick anytime. But I'm still spectacle. If you see about Timo Werner, I think he'll score. Are you guys sure he's the player who's not going to score a lot of goals? Because I think I'm going to stick with Werner because Werner has 21 goals and Schick has 7. Uh, Werner itself has 7 assists, and that's equal to the goals Schick has scored. So I think I'm going to keep Werner, and I'm going to let by Lewandowski only because I already have Nabri in the team. Lewandowski is a must. Manash, yes, Lewandowski is a must, but I think I'm going to skip it and I'm going to keep Nabri and I'm going to keep faith in him. Unless we bump into a situation where Sancho is not playing or he's not in the squad, I think then we'll switch to Lewandowski. Also, another thing is that Lewandowski just came back from injury. There is a slight chance that he's not in that form he was previously. So I think I'm going to watch him for a game. Yes, he's not bad at that price, but I think I'm going to go with the main striker. Sheik has 7 goals when Timo Werner has 21 goals. That's a huge difference if you see. Also, the fact that Timo Werner has 7 assists and Sheik has 0. So I think I'm going to still stick to Timo Werner if I'm going for anyone for RB Leipzig. So yeah, we have a budget of 13.5 million, so we can reduce this to 13, 14, and that gives me Thuram. I cannot buy him. Niels Pettersson. Should I go for Niels Pettersson or Quaison? I think Quaison is a better option. I'll just sort them by total points. Sebastian Anderson is 213. Then Florian, we have Quaison. Or should I go for Uth and then we can remove Canes, or maybe just stick to Canes? Yes, exactly, Manaj. Nabri can also score a brace. He can get points for assist. He can get points for uh, defensive attackers. So yeah, I'm gonna keep him. And exactly, he's 6 million cheaper, and he's just 20 points behind Lewandowski. Getting Kostic worth it? Yes, he's. I think he's worth it if you get him in place of someone like Havertz, Nabri, or Sancho. Not in place of Sancho, I think. Instead of Nabri or maybe Havertz, if you bring him in place of Nabri or Havertz, it's a good bid. Okay, instead of total points, let me look at the form and popularity. Mark Uth is in form, I think. Sebastian, I think I'm going for question only. So yeah, that's my third striker. So yeah, that's the team. I still have 1 million left. What to do with the 1 million? I think I'm gonna just keep the 1 million in the bank. Also, another important point I forgot about Bundesliga is that you get three free transfers each game week. So there's not a lot of burden regarding your transfers. You can play your team you want, and then you can change accordingly in the next one. Yes, Cordoba is another good option, but I think I'm going to stick to Quasin. I think I'm going to try him out this game week. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to switch him out. So yeah, that's the team. If something goes wrong, maybe Sancho is not playing. Is there minus point in FBL? We'll have to check that in the rules. I think there's a minus point in FBL just like FPL, but I think the value is not -4. No, okay, okay. You cannot take minus hits. You have only three transfers per game week uh, in FBL. That's what it is. So three transfers, but I think three transfers are a lot. If you look at in comparison of Premier League, we already have an habit of sticking to one free transfer. So three is going to be a bonus for us. I'm thinking to stick with Havertz this week because I think he'll play as striker. Plus, he's very good in form and has a good fixture. Yes, true. Then after I might switch to him to Sancho. If Sancho plays, he might also play up front because there are a lot of players who's not going to start. So yeah, if Sancho starts, I think he's going to play up front too. I don't think Haaland will score. Mate, I think Haaland will score if he starts. Where can I watch Bundesliga matches? Ryan, if you're in India, it's on Star Sports HD2. Well, if you're out of India, I'll have to check and confirm it to you on Instagram because we can just know about India. Yes, Manas says keep the balance fund because price change every game week. Yes, that's true. Price change happens every game week according to the points and form. So yeah, Haaland or Cordoba? I think Haaland. Ryan says I'm in Australia. Ryan, I'll have to check and revert back to you. Although you can look up on the official Bundesliga site, they do mention whether matches are going to stream. BT Sports official channel for all Bundesliga matches. Shashank, thank you. Well, Ryan, that's your answer. Okay, so guys, this is my team as of now. What do you think of the team? Should we make any other changes or should we just keep it as it is? Ryan says keep it. What do you guys think? Guys, come on. Mention them in the chat. Come on. Manash Goswami BT Sport is a YouTube channel. I think they have a YouTube channel. It's not the only YouTube channel. Caravan, he says Caravan. Okay, do you want to bring Caravan instead of Florian Keynes? We can do that, but I'll have to check it out. I'm gonna check it out after the stream, I think. But as of now, I think I'm gonna play with this lineup itself. No Bayern defender, yes, no Bayern defender. Strictly sticking to the budget, and we cannot. I think I'm gonna let it go because I know boating is a good option, but I don't see a lot of point in investing in Bundesliga defense because I know at some moment or some moment in time the team in the opposition of Bayern is also going to score. So yeah, let's just keep it to the attack. Let's just invest all of your money in the attack. That's the strategy. Okay, guys. So this is my team. My star players are Sancho, Hakimi, and Timo Werner. Uh, the next day we could go for Quasin, Bellarabi, and Angelino. Or sorry, not Angelino. We could go for some other defender. We have Lens as well. So yeah. So this is my team, guys. Don't forget to join the FPL Tips League if you haven't till now. I'll type it in the chat. It's FPL Tips underscore underscore. Search it and you'll find it. And do join tonight because according to the Bundesliga rules, you cannot join it 1 week later. The name of my team is FPL Tips underscore underscore. The name of the league is itself is FPL Tips, and the name of my team is also FPL Tips. Shaunak, I tried that every player could start from 0 points, but I think some of our page viewers already play Bundesliga fantasy, and there is no way we can keep the scoring from zero from this game week or match day as you call it in fantasy Bundesliga. So yeah, we'll have to stick to what it is. Although for every match week we could put the scores up on Instagram until Premier League resumes. Also, I think you might have checked our Instagram page, and Premier League did provide an update saying that your chips which have not been used will be restored. So I hope you have not used your wildcard free hit and triple captain chips in the lockdown and in the time where the Premier League was suspended. Ryan says kick out the people who don't have 0 points. Ryan, it's okay. Well, actually, it's not fair, but I don't think kicking out someone would be fair too. What we could do is that we could create a different chat for the people who are already playing Bundesliga. Shaunak says I have wildcard and bench boost. I have wildcard, bench boost, and free hit. So I'm really hoping we get those chips restored because I've got to use them. Anyways, guys, this has been a long stream. So yeah, we'll wrap it up. With this is my team. This is my starting 11 for tonight. Uh, do check out the lineups on any football app you have, and then make transfers and substitutions accordingly. Okay, guys. So if you like the stream, do give it a like and do share it to the friends you have. Do share it on different groups. Make sure you share it to people and make them subscribe to our channel. It really helps us, and hopefully we'll keep putting up good content on the channel. Manas says he's on the top of the FPL Tips League. Yes, Manas, because I think he's been playing for a while. That's the reason. He's on 2,600 points, if I'm not wrong. Well, I think we cannot remove them. We'll just look at the scores, deducting their points. We'll try to figure out a way. So yeah, guys, this is it. This is FPL Tips signing off. Cheers, mate.